By the time you're engaged in litigation, let's say you are sued or you find a reason to sue somebody, you might be, in essence, stuck with a contract that has litigation terms that don't necessarily favor you. And perhaps when you entered into the contract, you could have negotiated certain different terms that might favor you. And I'll give you an example. Let's say that you enter into a franchise relationship and you're a franchisee and you have a franchisor approach you, and they essentially hand you a contract with certain terms, which include litigation terms. You might not be too concerned with that at the time because you don't find yourself in a dispute with the franchisor, and you have good feelings, of course. You might like the franchisor and you want to enter into a relationship and basically get your business started. And you might think that later, if there is a dispute, I can just hire a lawyer then, or in this case, a litigation attorney. But what I would say to that is that because you're going to end up with the same contract when you litigate as when you started, you might need to consult a litigation attorney at the time you're entering into the agreement. And you would do this because you might be able to negotiate certain litigation terms that may favor you if litigation arises. And I'll give you some examples of those. Questions might arise as to, do I have to mediate before I can bring a claim in a court of law? Or do I have to instead arbitrate, and that's the only means to resolve my dispute? Where can I bring my case? Is it in the state of Florida, or is it where the franchisor is located? Do I get my legal fees reimbursed if I'm found to be the prevailing party? And so in this case, the example is a franchise agreement. You might find these terms are or maybe are not in the agreement when you choose to litigate. But I would suggest that since the franchisor created the document and simply handed it to you, that those terms favor the franchisor. And if you had hired a litigation attorney from the outset, you might have been able to negotiate and include some litigation terms that favor you.